Imagine you're working for an organization and you need to report an issue. Instead of sending an email or maintaining Excel sheet, you simply open the application, submit the issue, and it is captured on SharePoint. In today's video, we're going to build exactly this. Hello everybody and welcome back to our channel. My name is Dilip and this is part 4 of building issue tracking system. So far we have understood the business problem, we have created our application's landing page and prepared a SharePoint list which will work as a database. Today we are bringing everything together and will connect our apps with SharePoint and build our first working issue submission form. By the end of the video, you will have working application that can submit business data into SharePoint. So let's get started. All right, so before we start building anything, let's try to understand the business problem and what we're trying to do. Imagine you were an employee and working for a company and you find an issue that needs to be reported. It could be from a complaint or a production defect or maybe a business problem that requires tracking. Now, instead of sending an email to someone or maintaining an spreadsheet, you just go ahead and open the issue tracking application and enter the detail, click on submit, and that's it. Your issue is submitted on the SharePoint. Okay, so once you submitted into SharePoint, the record is captured, and that's it. So every business application is simply a collection of business processes. Today we are building just one process, create new issue. And we will build remaining processes in upcoming videos. So let me quickly hop over to make.powerapps.com. So we are into SharePoint. Let me switch. Right. So we are in the Power App Studio and we can see our landing page here. We have already built two buttons. One is for new submission, other one is for all issues. Now, like I said in past, Power Apps is collection of screens. So you build layers of screens after screens and you navigate through them. So that's what we are doing today. We are going to build another screen where we can have a form where we can submit the issue or the user can interact with it and provide the information that we are looking for. Also, to be able to do that, first what we need to do is connect to SharePoint, the list that we prepared in the previous video. So for that one, if you hop over to the left navigation, we have tree view, then we have insert, and then we have data. Click on that. And once you click, if it will show you to connect to a data source. Now here we have not connected to any data source. So we're going to click on add data and our database is SharePoint. So we're going to search for it, click on SharePoint, select, and when you do that, it will give you the option to select for your SharePoint, or you can just copy paste your SharePoint site that you created. Now for us, it is populating here in recent sites. So we are going to select that one and it will show all of the list which is already created on your SharePoint site. Now the one which we are going to utilize is this issue tracker. We're going to connect and there you go. So now the SharePoint is connected, but we still don't have anything. If I click on preview and click on the button, nothing happens. So let's try and build another screen. So we're going to click on the new screen from the left and we're going to utilize a blank screen. Let's go ahead and rename this to submit new. So our new screen is okay. It's already being utilized. So let's go ahead and rename something else. New issue. Let's see if it works. All right. So our new screen has been named and it is completely blank. What we want to do is let's design it. At this moment, it is plain blank. So let's go ahead and copy the header from the previous screen. Come back to the blank screen and simply go ahead and paste it. Now what we're going to do is we are going to first replace the text from the header. So this is issue management portal. So let's go ahead and change it to new submission, or let's make it submit a new issue, right? So make it clear, and let's go ahead and change the header control as issue header so that we are aware what it is. Now we have the screen, and what we want to do here, we have two options. First, either we can go ahead and like we've been doing, design the complete form, like installing every card control the way we want, like customizing, and that takes a lot of time. So if you want to do that, we will try to do it in future video where I'll show you how you can uh, design your form completely from scratch, not utilizing any of the Power App form. Also, at the same time, Power App does have an option which is edit form, and that's something which we are going to utilize. Now, what I would like to say is because Power App does provide the smartest solution where it will go ahead and automatically generates a control based on the SharePoint column that we have already created, and it helps us save time. It is more convenient, and also it is far more easier than to go ahead and create each and every form control. So let me click from the top menu, insert, and then search for edit form. Once I do that, it will install the edit form. Let's go ahead and assign it, or keep it in the center, and then we're going to go ahead and click on, let's go ahead and rename the form also. So we are going to name it as new issue form. All right, so now we have the form name, but it is not connected to any data source, so that's why it is coming as blank. For that one, uh, what we're going to do is click on the right property panel where we have data source. Just click on it, and it will give you the option because we have already connected to a SharePoint list. Go ahead and select that, and it is going to populate all the fields for us. And let's take a look what happens. So it is trying to generate. Here we go. Now we have all of the fields which are available on the SharePoint list, but that's not our goal, right? What we are trying to do is we are trying to collect information from the user, and we don't want to share all of the column that we have, because some of the columns are for the backend aspect where someone from the issue management team will try to take action on. So let's go ahead and remove, click on the fields from the property just below data source, and you will see all of the fields. What we're going to remove is status, because that is something we don't want this submitter to have access. Assign to field, approximate resolve date, and follow field. Let me just quickly go ahead and remove these. We pause the video. All right, so I have removed all of the column. Now what we're going to do is because the sequence of the columns are not correct, let's go ahead and change it as we want. So market is the column that I want, the first one, then department, and then title, and then description. So for description, it says edit text. Let's go ahead and change the property to edit multiple line of text. Now the field will look like this. Let's adjust the width also. So let me quickly select this card and drag it all the way. Now forms look compact. Let's adjust the form height also. And what we're going to do is let's go ahead and quickly insert a button. We just click here, type it, drag it at the bottom. Now we're going to rename this to submit. Okay, we have the submit button. Let me go ahead and quickly go to property, fill property of the header, and we are going to copy the color code that we have. Hop over to the submit button, find the fill property, which is here because it is coming blue. So let's make it align to a theme that we are picking up. Now, also because the buttons also have hover property, so let's go ahead and go to hover fill. Let me show you what I mean. So if I hover over it, it turn into blue. So let me go ahead and change that to, click on this, go to hover, and there is already a formula which is color fade. So what we're going to do, we're keeping the color fade formula, but we are going to change the color value. So we're going to keep it the one which we want. Let's go ahead and see now. So if I hover, it's turned into a darker shade. All right. So what we have done so far, we have inserted the form, we have customized the form also, and submit button. Now, if I try to submit, nothing happens. Plus, the form is saying no item to display. So let's try to fix this. This is happening because we need to tell Power App to load the new form. Now, to be able to do that, first we'll have to go back to our landing page because we haven't told our Power App where it has to go when someone clicks on it. So this is where we are going to define submit a new issue. We want it to just navigate to the new issue. Okay, so now if I can show you, just click and I'm here. Now it still displays as new, no item to display, and I have no way to go back. So what I am going to do is I'm going to click OK, and I am going to insert an icon. Let's do this and align it, change the color to white, and then we have already selected the icon. Let's go ahead and change the on select property to navigate. Navigate is the one which tells Power App what needs to or where it needs to go when someone clicks on it. What we are saying is go back to the landing page, right? So anytime anyone clicks on it, it will take them to navigation. Let's go ahead and rename from the left, and we're going to keep it as home icon, or you can name it the way you feel comfortable. And the button that we install, let's name it as submit button. Let's go ahead and rename this. All right. So we have the submit button, we have the form, we have the icon, and if I click the play button and I click on home icon, I am back in the landing page. And if I click here, but the form is not loading. So for that, we need to tell Power App that whenever someone clicks on this submit a new issue, not just navigate to the screen, but also load the new form and the form name that we have, new issue form. We're going to select that, and now if I go and play mode and click on this, we have the form. But still I am not able to submit this to SharePoint List. So we need to tell this to the button that if someone selects, right? So we are going to this on select property and it is false. Let's go ahead and utilize this formula, which is submit form, and our form name, which is new issue form. And there you go. Now if I go ahead and click submit, two things happen. First, it has submitted. The second, it stayed on the screen. So if I can go back to SharePoint List, and if I can show you, here we do see an entry. We have a status, right? We kept it as default. Default value is new, so that's why it is showing. So one entry is captured, but everything is blank. So we want to avoid blank entries. We want to um, somehow move from this screen to something else so that user knows that all right, their submission has been done. So first, in the SharePoint video that we did, the last one, we did not make any of the column is mandatory, and like we said, we are going to do it in Power Apps. So here what we need to do is simply click on the control, and then On the property from the left bar, there is a property called required that is false. You're not able to edit that right now. If I try to do it, it says cannot edit. So from the right property box, we have advanced option, unlock to change. Now we can make it true. And there you go. The asterisk sign for the mandate field is here. Department. Let's go ahead and do the same thing. Required. We're going to change the property and then make it true. Also, I want a user to provide a description. So we are going to make this also a required field. Change the unlock the card and then click try true. So we have made these three fields true. And let's go here. Let's try to come back. And if I try to submit now, it gives me an error that, hey, you have not filled in the values, which is an indication the user have to go ahead and provide those information. So now if I show you, it is showing an error, but it is only because we did not fill the information. But even if let's go ahead and try to, all right, so another error. So if you see here, it shows as item 1, item 2, item 3. So let's fix that one too. For that one, we simply select the card and the data card type. Go to display on the right property panel and scroll down at the bottom. It says allow searching. Turn it off and let's see. All right, we have the value. And let's do the same for department. Select the data card and then scroll on the right and click on allow searching. Turn it off. And what we're going to do is we're going to enter a value. Let's select the department, test, and description will be this is a demo. And if I go ahead and click submit, right. So the value is captured in SharePoint. If I can go back here and refresh SharePoint, we can see the second entry is here. The only problem is it still stays on the screen, which is not a big problem, or the user can always click on home icon and come back. But what we want to do is make it a good experience. For that one, what we are going to do is create another screen. Now, I do have an option to create from blank, like we have been doing it, or we can go back here and utilize this success screen, which is available in the Power App. Let's go ahead and rename this quickly as confirmation. Now, what it is saying that your entry has been successful, and that will be an indication for the user that it has been captured. Let's go ahead and insert an home icon so that nobody stuck on this screen. They have an option to go back. So we are going to utilize our old formula, navigate, and we're going to say that navigate to landing page. Now, if I click on play button, I come here and I can click on new form. Now, even if I submit, it won't take me to confirmation. So if what I can do is I can click on submit button and on select property I can just add another formula that, hey, not only submit the form, also navigate to confirmation. Now if I do that, let me show you a problem. So let's fill, this is another demo, and I have not selected remaining mandatory fields, but if I click on submit, it takes me here. Now it did give me the error, but the value were not captured. So let me show you. If I exit from the play mode and go back to our issue screen, so if you could see here, there is an error and nothing was captured, which means a formula to navigate here is not a correct one. So let's go ahead and delete that. So what is the condition that we want to define? When should we navigate to the confirmation page? And there is a property for this form control. If I have selected the form, and from the top left, there is a property called on success. What it does is whenever your form is successfully submitted, then what should happen? And that's where we are going to say, you know what, navigate to confirmation. So Now if I click on play button, select the market, department, and the title, this is demo, and click on submit button, there you go. We are on the confirmation page, and let me show you the SharePoint list. If I click here, there it is. So our latest entry is captured. We are on confirmation. We can always click on home icon and we can come back to the landing page. So that's what we wanted to achieve. We wanted to connect to SharePoint and we wanted to be able to fill the form and build more screens so that it gives user whole lasting experience. So congratulations, now we have a working business application that user can submit issue directly into SharePoint without writing any backend code. Okay, so let me switch here, and this is what we have done so far. We, we have created the connection between SharePoint list and the Power Apps and built the form. So we have completed the first major business process of our application, which is new issue submission. In the next video, we will focus on the second major process, that is to be able to display the issues that are submitted, and how you can view it, what all steps that you need to take. That's exactly what we're going to do in the next video. If you found this video helpful, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll be happy to help. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in part 5.